What's up guys, CJ here and welcome back to another all-new trailer breakdown, this time for Deadpool 2, the final trailer dropping out of nowhere this morning ahead of that movie debuting in just a little under a month. This teaser was my personal favorite of all of the trailers they've released. It was action-packed and it gave us our best look yet at the members of X-Force, the dynamic between Deadpool, Cable, and other members of the movie, and maybe even a hint towards the plot of the film. But let's just dive right into it. Early on, we see a shot of a building, kind of an old mansion-looking thing, with a lot of activity around it while the X-Jet lands, and at first glance you're probably thinking this is the X-Mansion, but if you look closer, it is definitely not the same building or area. Instead, this looks like an aerial shot of this scene from the last trailer, but interestingly enough, it looks like the X-Men are actually the ones to get to Julian Dennison's character first. That's backed up by shots later in the trailer, although according to those shots, it looks like this is where Cable crashes the party for the first time as well. Protecting Julian Dennison's character, who is reportedly Rusty Collins, aka Fire Fist, is going to be the central driver of the plot, which this trailer basically confirms. In this case, Wade is protecting him not only from the Department of Mutant Control, but also, of course, from the time-traveling Cable, who's come back to get Rusty for some reason. Protecting him from both is obviously a tall task, and Wade realizes quickly that he can't beat Cable alone, hence why he starts X-Force. That, of course, is a major change from the comics, in which Cable was the guy who created X-Force out of the existing New Mutants team, but I'm sure he'll get involved at some point, as Brolin has said that Cable has a 4-film arc. Part of this mission takes them to a prison, which is located high up in snowy mountains apparently, and we've got no real indication of what or where this is, but my gut says maybe they're revisiting Alkali Lake in the Weapons X program from movies like X-Men Origins Wolverine, where we first saw Deadpool, and X-Men 2. But just who is in this X-Force team? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's exactly what this trailer is here to shed light on. With the help of Weasel, played by TJ Miller, who apparently took a break from his busy fake bomb threat schedule, Wade puts the word out that he's forming a super-duper team, and unsurprisingly, he gets a lot of applicants. First up, Bedlam, played by Terry Crews, and we've got no word on what his powers are going to be in the movie yet, but in the comics he can create electromagnetic fields, and he has a black belt. It's not just a belt because he's black, or it's not just a belt that is black, he's actually trained in karate. Next, we have official confirmation that yes, Shatter Star is in the film, and for better or worse, he is a direct callback to the Rob Liefeld days and looks exactly like he did in the early 90s. In the comics, Shatter Star is a little bit OP, powers-wise, so I expect they'll go the route with him that basically his power is his martial arts training and weapons mastery, and we of course do see that he has those iconic swords. Third up, Domino, played by Zazie Beetz, who has the power of luck, as she tells Wade and Weasel, and that's a sticking point for those two because it's not very cinematic, but we see at multiple points throughout the trailer, it is, without a doubt, and it is legit. That automatically is one thing I'm personally eager to see in action. I love the way that they're setting it up, the slow motion, basically watching her literally look out of a lot of shit, as our DC Luke said, but man, I'm expecting a lot of plot armor jokes. We also see another member of the team, Peter! Pete can't do anything, but he didn't want to miss out, so be like Peter. Honestly, last trailer when we saw his headshot very briefly, I thought it might have been Colossus, and who knows, maybe this is Colossus just undercover. Of the known members we didn't see or hear about, acid-spitting Zeitgeist, played by Bill Skarsgård. Something tells me they just didn't want to spoil whatever his introduction scene is going to be, but we do see in the, parachuting scene, it looks like he is there. And of course, the trailer is chock full of jokes, references, and fourth wall breaking, so we're just going to run down the list. At one point, Wade tells Cable to pump the hate brakes Thanos, which is a reference to the fact that Josh Brolin, of course, plays both Cable for Fox and Thanos in the MCU. Later in the trailer, after Cable makes a joke about Deadpool being a clown dressed as a sex toy, Wade quips that Cable's so dark, is he sure that he isn't part of the DC universe? Wade also later refers to Cable as One-Eyed Willie, a joke about his cybernetic eye, but also a reference to the film Goonies, in which Brolin plays Brand, the older brother of Sean Astin's character, who tags along in this adventure to find the treasure of One-Eyed Willie. And of course, right after that moment, he tries to do his iconic bullet split from X-Men Origins Wolverine, which he does for the first one, but fails to do for all the other ones that Cable fires after that. There also is a nice little self-nod here in the title cards, as instead of "from the studio that brought you Devil Wears Prada and 27 Dresses," we instead get "from the studio that killed Wolverine," a little throwback to Logan, both for comedy, and probably a little call out to the other studios like Marvel and DC for being a little too tame. So let me know what you thought of the trailer in the comment section down below. As I said, I personally loved this. This was really probably their only trailer that really got me excited. I love the fact that they're exploring X-Force a lot more, and personally, I just hope they're in the movie for a little while, but I might be disappointed. Don't forget to smash that like if you like what you saw, subscribe for more great content every single day, and consider turning on your notifications to be alerted every time we upload a new video. For even more content, check out our website at hybridnetworkyt.com, but if you love HN and want to take your support to the next level, consider donating to us on Patreon as we strive to bring you the best content possible. Signing off, this is CJ, and I'll see you next time.